I'm SammyP. Welcome to episode 21 of my Let's Voice series for Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. It is the series where I use the excuse of practicing my voice acting to justify playing video games. And if you're watching this video, oh, goodness. Hi. Apparently we're going straight into a conversation. Just quickly with the YouTube preamble, if you are enjoying the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to know when I've put up a video, you can click the little bell for the notifications. If you're not enjoying the video, obviously the dislike button's there. Constructive criticism is always welcome. All comments are obviously welcome. Non-spoilery tips, particularly. But apparently we're in a conversation. Oh, goodness. I mentioned last video that Seraphine's syntax, and that was the word I was looking for, is quite often throws me. So I'm just going to quickly throw shat bear. Goodness, throw shat bear. Okay. Advast and flogging fuck, Captain. You eyeing that thrice shat bear pole's lump of lumber yonder? Well, that be the misery's delight. Malnaj just pus-stuffed charents of a boat. Charents of a boat? Charents. Chancer? Chancer? I guess I'm going to be putting the definition of that up here, because I don't know what that word is. So it's going to appear like all the others down there. He points wildly at a half galley docked nearby. Only two hands hold the deck. The remaining crew may be below decks, or they may be ashore. Well, let's hurry. This can't be a coincidence. Malnaj be hunting Ramara's head, or I've never had a roll on the waves. She finds him for us. She'll sink him soon as sighted. Come on, Cap. He bounces on the balls of his feet. Blushing, Zoti ducks her head. She does like impassioned people. Alright. Wow. Okay. South, Peddler's Canal, Wild Mare. Up, Phalian Trading Headquarters. We're told to go visit there after we visit the Queen. Dockside. North. Alright. These can all go away. We need to be high level. Or we want to be high level. My arrival in the city hardly went unnoticed. Bearout certainly saw to that. I mean, we summoned a lot of ghost friends, which was fantastic. While the hub master with the hub master out of the way, I'm free to look for Kahunga Palace in the Serpent's Crown at the top of the mountain. All right, well that's probably it was a north exit, wasn't there? Nope. Yes. All right, that's probably the north exit because I'm pretty sure we arrived in the south. So let's go. Run. Yeah, we were told by Clario, government of Marge, to go straight to the Queen to introduce ourselves, but then also we want to go to the... Ooh, hello. Oh. Apparently they're going crazy up at the palace over Luminous Adra. Oh, locked. Huh. Oh, okay. I'm not 100%, but I think it's either locked until we go the right... Like, we have to go to certain exits. So I'm guessing, because we've gone north, we can go to Parake's Overlook. But if we went to the east one, I guess, maybe south goes to the Brass Citadel. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not like we have to do like a quest or something to unlock it, but I'm thinking it's about the exit we've used. From memory. I don't know. But we're going to go here first and just find out. Takes us an hour. Oh, a Principe group notices you walking and approaches you in the street. Principe, sorry. Hi. Friend or foe? What? Seraphon stops as the other pirates approach, his fists balled. The heat of his anger flushes your skin, then seeps beneath, simmering your thoughts. Hold up, Cap. That be Malnaj, the High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire herself, awaiting us like a shark in heat. Ahoy! Malnaj? I've been wondering, is that correct? Ah, so I've got a good representation with the Principe San Patrina. Captain Harish Waldgeist. I have heard a mess and a half about ye. I've heard a mess and a half about ye. Mostly good. Though I see your taste and company could use some refining. For some reason, I was not imagining Malnaj as an Orlan. I assumed it was like one of the reasons for the hatred was that this didn't like Orlans, but typical Malnaj. Can't match my skill, so you try and spew shit. Boy, when you're old as me, your skill will still be naught more than the untrained fumblings of an Adrian maid to the unrefined workings of my mind. The sailor backing her chuckle. Are you two done posturing? I've better things to do. I'm not happy with her voice so far. I've heard about your run-ins with Captain Benwith and Ferrante. Meeting the whole Principe seems like. Principe. Shit. Meeting the whole Principe seems like. Almost makes a girl green, the envy of missing the party. She grins, her mouth filled with sharp yellow teeth. I'm tracking a man by the name of Romaro, traitor to the cause. Romaro ain't no traitor. Romaro ain't no traitor. You mind-blind sack of squid squirts. Sack of squid squirts. God damn it, Seraphon. Right, Captain? Romaro ain't no traitor. You mind-blind. Oh. Alright. Romaro ain't no traitor. You mind-blind sack of squid squirts. Seraphon growls, fists tight and fur bristling. You feel the anger coiling around him and spill outward, and your vision begins to swim. I'll probably get a sense of who this person is, but I kind of don't want to leave the conversation, so I'm going to fight against it. A sharp strike against your cheek and your head hits wood hard, the wet of something roiling down the back of your scalp, clumping in your fur, and Malnaj standing over you, fists balled, a flash like thunder and copper in your mouth, and then an old man, eyes equal parts kindness and rage, holding her back, shouting her down, turning to you, leaning in, the rage fleeing. The anger slides past and your vision resolves into the Nekataka street. Captain, there be a bounty for some 4,000 pans. Pans? Base currency of the Deerwood. Alright, some 4,000 pans on Romaro. Quick or dead. I'd be willing to cut you 1/10 of that here and now, if you give me any knowledge you might have stumbled across on your travels. She glances again at Seraphon. We heard Romaro's on his way to Port Malnaj. God. Oh, good start to the recording day. We heard Romaro's on his way to Port Malnaj. Seraphon blinks at you, then spits out some muttered invectives to sell the lie. Malnaj's head cants to the side, and she slowly shakes it. It was worth a try, Cap. He shrugs. I mean, I just got bluff training. Why not? Careful, Watcher. You don't want to go making yourself an enemy of the Principes and... The Principes and... Oh. You don't want to go making yourself an enemy of the Principes and Patrina. Shit! An enemy of the Principes and Patrina. Anyone aids our enemies shares their fates, you know. She draws a finger across her throat. Fare thee well, Captain. See you round, Seraphim. She turns on her heels and leads her crew away. Well, she's just peachy. It's going to feel really bad when we ultimately have to fight and kill her. The hell are we? Alright. Game face. Come on. Come on. We got this. These keep stumbling over all this pirate speak and weird other languages. Conversations going on between alright, Adair and Alof. You're right. He does do that. Gotta go lower. Lower and kind of southern. You're right. He does do that with his hands. Oh, he's talking to Earleth. You're right. He does do that with his hands. Fie! 'Tis roughing his precious spellbooks that scares the lad. Or maybe 'tis notching his wee finger. You gotta stop. My sides hurt. Ah, I missed this. Ah. Well. Oh, you gotta stop. Nope. Adair. You gotta go into more of a McCree kind of high noon. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. My sides hurt. Oh, I missed this. Surely you spied how he always brushes himself. He's always brushing himself. He won't say, but he's afeard of the seagull shite. I have to say, if I could set it so that dialogue in conversations isn't there, but the dialogue like that is, I would definitely do that, because those little pop-up conversations are a lot of fun. The Water Shapers Guild. There's so many fun places to go. But we're going straight to the Serpent's Crown, and then we can explore. Dark Cardboard has fortune. Need fortunes told? Dark Cardboard has fortune box. Is his name Dark Cardboard? What? Oh, this place is cool. Look at these statues made of water. Oh. You know you're showing off when you make... Oh man, that place is cool. Alright. Let's go to Serpent's Crown. Yeah, I was right. Okay, it is about the exit you're using. I think once you go there, it's unlocked. It doesn't matter what exit, you just have to get there first. I hope that's correct. Alright. Uh-huh. Eperos. Tacanos. A wealthy gentleman. Let's go with the lower entrance. I think. Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrines, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company vipers. Take care, you are not bitten. I have information for the Queen. You will find her in her throne room through the door behind me. Inform the guards of your purpose. Whether the Queen will hear you above the braying of her guests is another matter. The guard gestures towards the door, dismissing you. Alright. Time to get our diplomacy on. Because we want to be respectful. What? No, I want to look at this, the fish thing. What? Ah. All the water stuff is so cool. Nero. Canta. Nasis? While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui. Hazanui? Well, I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence. I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight. The Valian dignitary arms a withering look across the aisle. A middle-aged woman with a square jaw and tar-stained teeth meets it. I tell you, it's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Marge survived the recent storm. She pulls a slender pipe from her pocket, but at a look from the Queen's attendants, she puts it away. You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look at our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water. A sizable Umara standing by the throne takes a bold step forward and flares his nostrils at the assembled dignitaries. A hush falls over the room. I say our guest forgets himself. He clears his throat and sweeps his gaze from Nero to the rest of the room. Brother, stand down. Up to this point, the Queen has studied the proceedings with an even expression. She half rises from her throne as she fixates on Prince Aruhi. You are the one who mistakes my throne for the sparring arena. I say this is beneath us. As Aruhi lowers his head, the Queen slowly centers her gaze on you and leaves it there. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. Oh, hello. An interesting, little bit more of a softness under that because it's telepathy. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. Though her mouth doesn't move, Onekaza's voice comes to you in an instant memory nestled amongst your surface thoughts. Diplomatic, honest, rational. No, diplomatic. Nod to Onekaza. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves. Oh, I like her. We keep meeting all these people that I like. This is fun. And then we meet people who just don't like the way I look, and it hurts. Though she turns to her dignitaries, you still feel her attention on you. This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hazongo will soon be answered. The Queen's voice fills the expansive throne room, leaving you with a hushed silence to fill. Again, we're going to go diplomatic. If it pleases the court, I have journeyed from a crippled Port Marge. I know this one. His parlor tricks frightened 10 years off every sailor in Queen's Berth. Raising her hand for silence, Onekaza looks to her brother. He approaches and then exchanges a few words, too quiet to hear. She lifts her gaze to you once more. We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Ruatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor. She opens her palm and waits. It is possible that Aethys only paused at Hasongo on his way to parts unknown. She's... What sailor's tale is this? There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one. It'll be too late. Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers. Man, they keep shitting on these guys for being farmers. It's not cool. Farmers are important. They make food. She looks at Adair the way one would look at an especially rabid but fascinating animal. Have you not heard the rumors, Karoo? An Adra colossus marching across the seas. Sailor tales, but credible ones. Nero crosses his arms and looks distinctly uncomfortable. How come a watcher from half the world away... How came a watcher from half the world away to be in... Oh, okay, we'll get this right. How came a watcher from half a world away to be involved in these happening? How came a watcher from half a world away to be involved in these... How came a watcher from half a world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court. People keep thinking I'm crazy when I tell them that. I kind of... Barath herself sent me to track down Aethys. The Lady of Doors must have great confidence in you. Onekaza's tone is amused. Her expression is not. Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain, a fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell us what he comes to the... Why he... What... For what he... Can you cut through the din and tell us... Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire? Yes. I plan on using Adra pillars to track and ultimately confront Aethys. How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. She turns a quiet glance in Nero's direction. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hasongo. Onekaza spreads her hands and calmly assured of her reasoning. Set sail to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the god of light does not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say. Onekaza's gaze wanders back to you, only briefly. Only that Hasango is a Ruatian outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along. You! I didn't notice before. I should have looked. Oh, sweet. She's in the art for the loading screen. Yay. Ma'am? Ma'am? I'm going to have to find out what her voice sounds like. Maya? Maya? A composed Umara stands at attention, her furrowed brow cleaving down otherwise warm features. But by her feet, a colourful bird preens itself without concern. Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter, the best the brass citadel has to offer. She looks you in the eye and gives you a slow nod. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first. If it gets me and Ishiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm. Maya sighs with resignation and nudges her bird affectionately with her toe. Ac, profito! Profito. Ah, profito! Do you mean to stop Aethys by shooting him? Sierra. Oh, we're getting two people? Sierra Pellegina will go with the Watcher. Show him how the Republics handle things. Nero waves airily. The guard behind him coughs politely. Your Excellency, Pellegina Mesri has been banished? She has been seen in Queen's Birth. I can have her report to headquarters. Nero silences the guard with a withering look and a sharp gesture. I feel no obligation. You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours. Hell yeah, I'm taking both of them. I'll take Maya. Always good to have a rifle on hand. Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off Green Boy's nose. Why is that worldly? You are making a mistake, Watcher. In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all. Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually. A lazy half-smile tugs at her mouth. In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss amongst friendlier company. She glares briefly at Nero. I believe we are finished here. Arahui? Queen Onekaza rises from her throne, and the surrounding guards stand in immediate attention. Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. Onekaza nods to you as she adjourns. Your allies will use you towards any end. Do not give your trust lightly. Onekaza clears her throat and sweeps the room with her gaze. I say it is beyond time our guests licked their wounds somewhere else. He banishes the foreign dignitaries with a swift and unmistakably disgusted wave. Well. Ooh! She's either a ranger or a ranger rogue or a ranger wizard. Ranger rogue is tempting, but I think I actually kind of just wanted to be a straight up ranger. Maybe ranger. Is ranger wizard any good? if I was using her, I'd want her to be this. I want her to be like a sharpshooter, long range with the arquebus like she has. So probably straight up ranger. Does rogue add anything that I would want? Sneak attack is bonus damage. I'm going to go with just ranger, I think. I would very much appreciate comments on what people think would be a good combo. Maybe range rogue or range wizard would be useful, but I think I just kind of want her to. When I use her, I'll have to decide on what my party comp is, because I feel like we can only have 5 people. As I said before, I'm pretty sure you could have 6 in the last game, and I kind of wish I could still have 6, but here we are. I feel like I'm missing out by not multi-classing more people, but I don't know if Ranger Rogue or Ranger Wizard is going to be that helpful. Let's just go a straight Ranger. And all right. That is the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed it, obviously liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you didn't like it, dislike button, all of that stuff. Still feels really dumb to say, but like I say, it's also very important. But goodness, that was a lot of new people. I will probably try to look into what they actually sound like, despite my best guesses. As usual, best guess first, and actually try and look into it, and then I'll try and do something closer to how they're actually supposed to sound. But new party members. I'm pretty sure I was mispronouncing her name, but the person that Nero was talking about is our paladin friend from the first game. Keen to find her again. So that's probably what we'll be doing in our next episode. We'll be heading back to Queen's Birth, which is hopefully where I started. I forgot to check, but I think it's where we started. And that we'll also go to the Valiant headquarters, because we were told to do that after seeing the Queen and having a chat there. But otherwise, that'll be episode 22. Yes, I'm SammyP. I hope you join me, and I'll see you then.